Open the church open at 10. Always. And always for free. So this one is the flea market. Where is he? My friend. I heard his name. On the left is the national pantheon. So there we are. Okay. Thank you to be my guest.
Thank you for our. Thank you for our host.
Thank you.
No, boss, you will pick again. Finish everything.
It's finished, yeah. For me, it's finished.
Hello guys, you have a guy over here with you. Okay.
കിട്ടുന്നില്ലടാ ഞങ്ങളുടെ രണ്ട്
Thank you.
പോവല്ലേ
So let's go.
Mas é um igual.
tudo bem aí?
center, here's the reflection. Yeah, see the center. The center, it's always right.
Where's my bloody bush bike, you old bugger? Oh, Santa Claus. You're doing a good job, Santa, don't stop. Make sure you come to my house.
Where did he put in the deer?
Where did he put the keys? The keys.
Where is the deer? Mr. Van Holten, it's right over here.
You got Santa.
The Christmas came
Hello!
too soon.
Welcome. So, welcome. Great. Where are you from?
I'm Dutch.
No.
No, ich weiß nicht.
So,
Ich könnte es auch auf Deutsch machen.
was ist denn lieber?
Sie sind German?
No, I'm Portuguese.
Portuguese.
But I live
Let's stick to the English.
Okay. Good. Excuse me, Santa. Got a photo? Yeah, of course. Take a photo.
They're not being good boys.
Okay.
Don't worry, we have
I will.
Don't worry, we have presents for us.
So, okay. Let's go. I have a step if you want to.
No, I don't think I need one. I just have to be careful. I know. I think.
So great.
You're in the middle, so it doesn't matter where I sit.
Yeah.
I can look over your shoulder.
Yeah.
But I should probably wearing my seatbelt.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm over there getting the camera. Then I'll look at it.
Yeah,
You want to use the side?
oh, there he is. There he is.
So,
Yeah, sure.
so you came from the Netherlands?
Yes.
But I have to ask something to fit the tour on your application. So, do you like history? You like also history linked to Christianity?
Sorry, you shouldn't have waited. That's why I
That would mean church, I suppose.
Yeah, church, yes.
But this is still a very Roman Catholic country. Portugal.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have saints, and I want to introduce you a little bit before we start. The time only will start when we drive here. So, this time in relation, and I know the Netherlands was also in the colonial time. A bit
After the Portuguese.
after, yes.
And before the English, I suppose. Or maybe the Spanish.
Portugal was the first.
Yeah.
We even expanded this empire over the 500 years. But there's one thing always appear in the Portuguese history. Is when they're standing in the nation, started to help someone get stronger, get bigger and capable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we was really tiny. When we started the Discovery Age, we was only 1 million people. Just to take the comparison, France had in that time 40 million. So we want to help, but at first when we start our nation in 1134, we was happy that someone helped us, and that was the Crusaders, because we're fighting against the Moors, and the Crusaders also from the Netherlands, the French, and the Germans too, but the biggest amount, by far the biggest amount, came from England. After building our nation, 12 years later, our king arrived to Lisbon, take the castle from the Moors, who was built before by the Romans, and named it after the king of England. It was George.
So George.
And he even elevated even more to get more honor to the king. We don't call the castle like a king, call it like a son. That's why our castle called Saint George. So, and then we started to help someone else. And that was the famous crusade, the famous Templar Knights. Templar Knights was a protector of the holy sites.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And also in the Middle East. Talk about a time they was already kicked out of the Middle East. So there was a protector of the pilgrim, and because of that, they had the permission to lend money as own. And maybe you can notice, when you bank in Europe, you get rich next to them, and they get very rich. And that noticed the king, King Philip IV of France, the beauty. He asked for money. Let's give the money. But then he started.
They lent the money. They didn't give it, they lent money.
They lent money, yeah. So they lent money, but then he asked again, and one day the Templar Knights said, no, you have enough, you don't get more. But this guy go to the Pope and pretend that the Templar Knights are saying to them. So they have to flee from all over the places, and where they could come. You know, Portugal is the whole country. Back then, we have also to follow the soul. With some power. Our king just put a new kingdom. Put the Templar Knights inside. So the problem was solved. So they have to flee in the year 1307. 10 years later, the first, that's why the oldest navy in the world was found. The Portuguese navy, and it get the sign of the Templar Knights, but with the white horses. So all our forces have still this sign. So and then, the guy we was the most thankful, the English, get in struggle with the same French king. We talk about the 100 year wars. It's also the time.
Oh, okay, it's Jeanne d'Arc, etc.
Jeanne d'Arc, yes.
Yeah.
So France was capable to be like Catholics now. It was occupied the half was the English.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was capable, and then they want to come over to the island. I said already, France 40 million. By the way, was the most populated country in Europe, and England after the Black Death. Just 6.5. So the England asked for help. And the Portuguese came with the only navy in that time. So they could not take 1 feet of the English ground.
They blocked the channel.
Yeah. So, and then you can notice that this French king was completely angry with the Portuguese because he cut 2 times his plan. So he joined with the most populated country in the Pacific area, which was Castilla. Spain is younger. Castilla had 7 million people, and I said already Portugal had just 1. And they came around with a professional army, about 100 kilometers from Lisbon in Alfama. We could prepare the place. The English came help us as the longbow knights. But still, there was 5 times more. In Portuguese, we had a navy, but not all. So they came around and they began to fight. So the most on the way, the most French died on the way on our ships. But then the Castilians fight with the Portuguese people. And after hours they turn around and begin to run. And there was a woman, a bakery woman with her British. She killed 7 Castilians on the run. So, okay, that is the really start of this. So why I started like that? Because these 3 events make England and Portugal convinced to make an alliance. The oldest alliance between 2 nations is between Portugal and England. It's still in force since 1384. So now let's start.
Because the Dutch nation didn't exist at that time. That only came about 1568.
Yeah, Portugal is one of the oldest navy in Europe. So the only nation who existed at that time was England, France.
No Germany, no Italy.
No, yeah, it is just 200 years old. Nobody knows.
I know. The Bismarck time.
Yes.
And Italy didn't exist. That's Garibaldi.
Garibaldi, yes, from Sardinia. See, you have yeah. Oh, you know very well history. So, by the way, we helped the Templarites to get a navy capable. We get a navy and drive force today. We have the English when we started to discover it. It turns out that the English was also under the 6.5. Turns to the most biggest one. So we was happy to have them at least not as enemy. So
I know you discovered Portuguese, you discovered the Americas, in fact, and that settled in Brazil.
yes, yeah, the thing is, because we was a tiny, I know, Dutch have the same problem, but you solve it in another place.
It's the same small country.
You have had an other solution found, which is great. So our evolution of Europe started also with the ideas of the Netherlands. But what we bring is that we started the modern defense. Because when we was and won some places, we could not make wars because we were not that much people.
Oh, okay. You couldn't afford to make war like the bigger countries like France.
That's why we mostly left the sailor with one order, make friends. And then we started our colonies like that. And because we was the first, that's why it was possible. Yeah. So let's start. So thank you for your patience.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll do a lot of talking.
Yeah. So I guess you know that the European community based on modern diplomacy, and that was very powerful. And I think nowadays is the best what we can do, surrounded by much bigger countries. So.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I agree.
Yeah.
So are you allowed to drive everywhere with this tuk-tuk, or
what?
Are you allowed in the city to drive everywhere with the tuk-tuk, also on the main roads?
There are some plates in some streets is not allowed for the tuk-tuk, which means vehicles with tourist effects. So not only tuk-tuk, but other types too. So.
Do you know how many tuk-tuks there are on the road today?
Too much, I think 3,000.
Okay.
So legal are 2,000.
Yeah. But you need to have a license then.
Yeah, the company needs a license. The tuk-tuk needs a special license.
Yeah. Okay. And this is electrical?
Yes.
Okay. So does it make a lot of noise?
So we have the thing that the center of Lisbon is only for electrical.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But they don't persecute. But for the company, it's better to have electric because one day for the next day they could start the tickets. Yeah. So you was already there down?
Yep.
Okay, then you saw already the big statue. No?
Yep.
Okay. The big statue is from Marquês de Pombal,
Yeah.
and Marquês de Pombal is not the king. It is the biggest statue of Lisbon, but is not the king.
Uh-huh.
The reason why it exists is because one day in our history, it was the 1st November 1755, we had a big earthquake,
Yeah, okay, I remember.
and the Bairro Alto, that is in that direction,
Yes, yeah.
there lived the more capable, the more richer people. And they had carpet in the wall, carpet in the floor, and the oil lamps falling down, so the water begins to. And the whole quarter by the altar begins to burn.
Yeah, if I remember it well, the part of the city was flooded
Yes,
as
this,
a result of the earthquake.
yeah,
and then
that
the
comes after the burn. The people, capable people run to downtown, and they thought in front of the palace of the king they are safe. But then came the tsunami that flooded. Yeah.
And then the Marquês de Pombal reconstructed the city.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I now remember.
Oh, you know already. Okay.
Yeah, with my wife, we've been to Portugal before.
Oh,
But that's a long time ago. That's maybe 30 years ago.
So
So when you're telling me, and please keep telling me, I start remembering things.
oh, great. So I said already, every time when we help someone, we get stronger in any ways. But sometimes it looks like that God is with us, and when we make something wrong, even we get punished.
Yeah.
And what we did before, he was the biggest slave trader
Yeah.
of the world. There was a time we even sold more slaves than all other European nations together. So,
Yeah, the Dutch have done their fair bit of slave trading as well. And as you probably in Portugal say, there's still discussions about that time going on.
so yeah. So that's why, if you want to believe, or are you a believer, you can think that the big earthquake and the tsunami
Yeah, okay.
is a link to that.
Yeah, I don't think so, but anyway.
Yeah, this is, different ways to see the facts.
Yeah, like a faith. Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
The thing is, what the people believe,
Yeah.
and what the people believe at that time.
Oh, well, it was very different times, of course. Nowadays we know far more about an earthquake, for instance. Why there is an earthquake, what happens. But if you don't know, and one day you wake up and the earth starts trembling, well, you might want to find a solution, want to find a reason for it.
Yeah.
And why not a God involved in this? I walked down this way yesterday. The market is every day.
No, not every day. That is casual. But I think now it is to the 25th of December.
Oh, okay.
But it's casual. That is every few days a month.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is like the authorities decide.
So when I walked down here yesterday, they were building it up a bit earlier than now. But I noticed stalls are here again.
On the right, you see the Cinema Saint George.
Yep.
The inside is original 1950s. So if you like it, this is a special place, always open. And in the first floor, there's a coffee. You can sit there on the balcony
Yep.
and have a good time.
Yeah.
So I like we are often here.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
So-
I I walked past the cinema yesterday. I
And
really noticed the cinema.
There's the link to Netherlands,
Yeah.
the monument of the Great War, and Portugal get asked by England to join, so we came and protect. Okay, not Netherlands but Belgium, and the German troops came through and destroyed our army. That is the
you're
monument.
talking about the war 1914-18.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Not
first.
Not the First World War, not the second.
Yeah.
Because Second World War, Portugal was neutral.
Yeah, in general, but we gave England and America the Azores for the
base.
for the vessel and also for the planes.
Yeah.
And since then, the planes could stay there to target submarines.
Yeah.
And then makes the end of the submarines.
Yeah. And if I remember well, we went to the Azores one time as well. There's still a big American base there. At
Yeah.
least at that time there was. Just hidden across the mountain.
Yeah.
But the Americans are still there.
Yes, still there, yeah.
Yeah, it's a strategic area, of course, right in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah, that was also one of the things that England helps also. The Azores and access to the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
That is why also later Napoleon was in struggle with Portugal. And England, of course.
Yeah, during the Napoleonic times, so 1810 something, was Portugal occupied by the French at that time, like Spain?
We have something in common with Russia. Russia was not overtaken by Napoleon because of its size.
Yeah.
And Portugal was not overtaken by Napoleon because he was way too smart.
Too far. Yeah.
But we did. Our king at that time was Pedro IV, and he decided to change the capital. We take the harness of the capital from Lisbon and put it in Rio de Janeiro. And
Okay.
all the important people to maintain the empire came to Brazil.
Uh-huh.
And then we didn't face the army of Napoleon as army.
No,
We
okay.
faced them as guerrilla warriors.
Yeah.
So even I could not manifest to make a manifest here in Portugal. So the Spanish, after weeks, they noticed that, and then they came through the borders, help us. And then we three, under Wellington, pushed back Napoleon troops to the border to France.
Yeah. And is this the time about that Brazil got its independence from Portugal as well?
After it,
That's maybe 1880s or something.
yeah.
So pretty late, because if you look at the Spanish colonies, that was around 1820, 1815.
But it was not because of war,
No.
not because of the decision of the king. So Brazil get not independent in general. Just Pedro IV decided to make a kingdom of Brazil and became Pedro I of Brazil.
Yeah, because I know Brazil had its own kings.
Yeah. Yeah, and the first Brazilian king was also at the same time king of Portugal.
King of Portugal, like, yeah, that happens more often.
So that is the Restauradores. That remembers us of the 60 years occupation of Spain. They never take us by war, but when our king had no successor, the kingdom called for 3 Spanish kings to Spain.
Okay, which time are we talking about?
1580 to
Okay.
1660.
Okay,
1640, sorry.
that's the time, almost the same time we were fighting the Spanish to get independence.
Oh,
It was 50.
yeah, that is the...
That's Philip II.
Yeah, for us it's Philip the First, but the Spanish was Philip the Second.
Yeah, and we fought him from 80-year war, 1568, 1648. And then 1648, the Dutch got their independence. Then as a republic, very strange because most countries were kingdoms, but ours was a republic until 1815 when we became a kingdom, and we now still are a kingdom.
So please look to my right. That is the train station of Rotterdam. It is built in a monolithic style,
Yep.
but it is neoclassic. Because train station 19th century, of course, but the monolithic style started in the 15th century. Named after King Manuel I, the king where the Portuguese Empire had the biggest expansion.
Yeah. The Rossio, is that? That's the Rossio.
That is the Rossio.
Yeah.
On the center is the pillar before, what we talked about. It's on the center of this pillar.
Yeah. So this is again Christmas market.
Yes. So we will enter. We are now in the Baixa downtown, but you can see in this place, you can see that the tsunami appeared because in the opposite to the other part of Lisbon, there was just hit by the tsunami, by the earthquake, so the most roof started to fall down. But here in La Baixa, there came also the tsunami. So they have to rebuild it completely.
Yeah.
And you can see it at best when you enter here.
Yeah.
Straight line streets and the house rows have more or less the same size.
Yeah.
The distance of the windows have the same distance.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, I like that because this is very. Yeah. How do you call it? Unique. And it's all built in the same style. So the same style.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
the Marquês de Pombal then.
Oh. So, looks like I have to honk, sorry.
Okay.
So please look to my right.
Yeah.
In this gap you will see one of the elevators, and it is the oldest one,
Yep.
called Santa Yusuf.
Yeah.
And it was built 1902, and on the top, behind the building is a bridge brings you to uptown. So that is the purpose for the elevators, brings you to higher places.
To the Barrio Alto.
Yes, Bairro Alto, and one goes also to the Graça.
And it's still in use. This is public transport.
It is public transport. Normally it is used, but since 6 weeks it is in investigation.
Okay.
Because we have an accident
Yeah, that's the accident with the tram.
with the Gloria elevator,
Yeah.
and it was
With
just
an elevator as well, not one of the fleet cars, because that's
yeah, with
maybe
like this.
something
Yeah.
somewhat longer ago.
The thing is that it was tested a day.
Yeah, I read so.
So we helped the Templar Knights, and we get our navy. We helped England. We get a good friend, and a bit later in the Second Inquisition was against the Jews. And maybe you remember that we Portuguese, we was not enough people. We have great ideas. We had already the navy, and we have the capability to discover the world. So we was also happy to help the Jews.
Yeah.
But we have to follow also the Pope because we were Catholic.
Yeah.
So we just said to the Jews to change their religion, which is nowadays also hard.
I'll go away.
But for the second Inquisition was better than that. So they change the religion, they change also their name, they choose Latin names of plants. And now 20% of the Portuguese have Jewish descent of that kind.
Somewhere, somehow.
Yeah.
I know there was a big Jewish community from the Hispanic region that moved over to the Netherlands. And they're not, there's of course obviously not a lot of them left, but they're still known as Portuguese Jews. Yeah. And they have their own synagogues as well.
Yes, yes. I only learned here in Portugal, the most people just notice that there are two types of Jews, but in truth it is three.
Okay.
And there's a special one here in Portugal. Yes. And they was never asked to change the religion. That is the most interesting. They just put the people come outside, they have to change, but not the people come inside.
Are they called Sephardis?
What?
Sephardis. You've got two.
The Sephardi is, I think, the white one.
Yes.
And they give I don't know all the names.
And there is another group that's coming from the east, and they're in Holland. They're called Ashkenazi.
Ashkenazi, yes. And then there's another one, which is in Portugal. You know that the Jews we have here, the original, they even prayed different. Because we have some walls here, and they prayed on the wall, which they do only in the other Jews in Jerusalem.
We're making our way to the river now.
We are on the way to the river, but we will go to the left.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then we go to the old part of Lisbon.
Yep.
The thing is that our cities and even the villages, they're starting from top to down because the climate on higher places are better here in Portugal.
Yeah.
Summer and also winter, because we have no freezing temperature. So it's raining a lot and the air gets moisty. So then maybe you think, oh, 10 degrees is not very cold. But when you came home, push your blanket and it's wet, then you say, okay, that's cold.
Do you see the climate changing in Portugal as well?
Oh yes.
Because now we are in November.
Yeah.
It's November 22nd. Yesterday we had 19, maybe even 20 degrees Celsius, which is something I wasn't expecting.
In the Netherlands or here?
No, here.
Yeah. Normally, the most different, normally the winter here in Portugal is only January and February.
Yeah.
When it starts to rain.
Yeah,
but this time it takes to April.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And we have already 3 weeks rain, like a winter.
Yeah.
Which is also not.
Yeah, I heard from the hotel that this week is a very nice week, but last week it was raining.
So in a second you will see on that direction the Arco de Augusto, which leads to the Praça do Comércio.
The most famous Arco.
So please look to my right. So, and the next, what you will see could be important when you came home to the Netherlands. For the case, you found some guy which came original from Lisbon. And I guess you will talk about Lisbon.
maybe you will talk about the nice city, beautiful city. Maybe you will talk about a nice tour guide. But there will always come with one question. If you're not in this tour, you don't get it. They will ask you if you saw the Sant Antonio. The Sant Antonio get his holy status in Padua, Italy. And he was a priest and he performed very well the believings and get his holy status for it. But even he gets his holy status in Italy, he is born here in Lisbon.
San Antonio de Padua or?
The Padua, yes.
Yeah.
And you see the metal fence? That is the house where he born. The black statue is the statue of Sant Antonio. Always wears a Jesus kit because he performed the believing very well, and the Jesus kit want to help him. And the white church is the Sant Antonio Church, and Sant Antonio became priest also here in Lisbon, and he served for the cathedral, and the cathedral is the oldest church of Lisbon. Was built 1147, 12 years after our nation was started. And the cathedral survived earthquake and tsunami incomplete. I call this street the White Horse Street. You can understand why. So, Lisbon have a lot of fields. And because we have a lot of fields, we have also a lot of miradores. Miradores are viewpoints. So platforms, and mostly they have also coffee, something to see. This one also azulejos, blue tiles on the wall. And this one I have a view to the harbor and also to the cruise liners. So just a moment.
Yeah, there was quite a few guests in the hotel who are going on a cruise.
Oh, here.
Yeah, from I met a couple that were going to the Azores and then back, and another cruise apparently goes to Brazil, and then along the coast of Latin America.
I heard that now the Atlantic is very stormy.
Okay.
Maybe not nice. Yes, that is, am I right?
Yeah.
That is the Santa Lucia.
What's the name?
Santa Lucia. Mirador de Santa Lucia.
Oh yeah, I can see.
So, and we have a lot of hills, so that's why we have a lot of miradores. And the next one have a poetical name. It's called Portas do Sol, the doors to the sun. And sometimes you can even feel it, how the doors open and the sun comes in.
Yeah.
And there's also the real sand of Lisbon.
Yeah. How many lines do you have where these trams still operate?
How many what?
How many tram lines?
Oh, I think we have about 20.
Yeah. So they're all across the old town.
So please look here to my right. That is the real sand of Lisbon, St. Vincent. And look what you have on the left hand. You have a ship, and on the ship, 2 crows. São Vicente, yes.
The church of the
Yeah, the church is also the San Vicente Church. We will come there.
Okay.
So why is San Vicente
Yeah.
there? The
Patron of the city.
center of the city.
Yeah.
Because I have to explain first. He's a very soon saint, and he is also very powerful saint. He get his holy status in the 4th century, and he becomes because he fighting against a big unchristian empire, and this empire split in parts and then disappeared. 4th century, maybe you know the Roman Empire itself.
Yeah.
So he fought it in Saragossa, Spain, and 300 years later, the Moorish, the Islam came there also along, and the Roman Empire was already done.
Yeah.
And they came to his grave and noticed what he done.
Uh-huh.
So they decided to open the grave
Yeah.
and take the relief of him away.
Okay.
Only when our king arrived here in Lisbon, we get notice that the relief of St. Vincent are in the Algarve. Now Portugal, but back then still in the path of the Moorish.
Yeah.
So he sent crusaders and Portuguese knights to bring back
Bring back
the reliefs.
Yeah.
Please look to the left.
Yeah.
You see a tiny little house which looks out of the place. It looks out of the place because it is much older. It is from the 9th century.
Okay.
And then you see some modern art, a mosaic of cobblestone behind the bus station. Our city invited a lot of modern artists to make some places like they want.
Like street art, yeah.
Street art, right?
Yeah, there was even a street art tour.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Smelling nice.
So these knights found the relief of St. Vincent, and the whole way from the south to Lisbon, they're following to crows. Now the shield of Lisbon is a ship, and left and right on the ship is a crow, a symbol of St. Vincent.
So he's the patron of the city.
Oops, sorry. The white horse get angry. Ooh.